Yes, so welcome to my review of the Tin Hifi C3. There is also a C2 model that's just came out, but I don't have that. There's also the Tin Hifi T4 Plus model that just came out. I also don't have that. I only have this model. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank HiFiGo for sending me this sample. So thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And it's been a little while since I've tried a tin model, so yeah, let's just get into it. So let's see what you get. Quite plain packaging, some specs. So 10mm woofer, so it's a single DD, impedance 32 ohms, so it's a little bit higher than normal. I'd say sensitivity 204, a little bit lower than normal, but it's not too bad at all. And yeah, nothing special there. Made in the PRC. The paperwork there, warranty card, Tin Hifi. So these look quite nice, kind of a carbon fibre effect. We'll look at those in a sec. So these should be, I think, 2-pin. Also, they already come with some tips on them. So look at these bad boys. See, I think they look alright. I guess it's 3D printed. Obviously, this is the right one, so it's 2-pin. And that's it. R on the back. I like that. The model, like the brand's small, and they look kind of cool. I'll just see what the kind of comfort's like. So it sticks up here, so I have to see what they're like. So kind of generic tips, quite a few, more than enough. And so look at this. I will obviously try this cable out to see if it's any good. It seems fine. Obviously 2-pin here, straight connector, kind of design on the block there. Chin slider, which seems a bit loose, but we'll see. But yeah, I have not tried these at all, so I'm going to graph them as usual, put a good few hours on them, the normal impressions and all that stuff, blah blah blah. And I'll see you guys and girls in the future. Yes, so welcome to my review section of the Tin Hifi C3, and straight into it. So this is the cable it comes with. I've been using it. Seems quite well built, to be honest. It's a little stiff, but I think with time it'd be a bit better. So there's a Y split. Chin slider doesn't really do a fatler, but it does have the emblem, if that means anything to you. And obviously to 2-pin. It's good that they go away. They've gone away from MMCX, because that's not a good way to go. So let's talk about build quality. I think it's very good. They're very plain. I guess it's 3D printed or something like that, but it's very subtle, and I like that. Obviously, kind of carbon fibre effect there. 2-pin, L, and that's it. Just take that off. Lip there, and it's fine. It's quite basic, but it works fine. Really, I was quite happy with it. So I'm straight into comfort. Now, I found these very comfortable. They're also that bit there, the way it sticks out, it's very secure as well. So not only are they comfortable, they're very secure. Again, I was actually quite happy with it, to be honest. Nothing to say really. So far, so good. Power and sensitivity. These are easy to power, really. They're not like planars, which are a bit more finicky or super sensitive, where again there can be a problem. I had no issue with these. These are fine, really. I had no issues at all. So yeah. And timbre of these. Timbre is again single DD. It's very good. Beats BAs any day of the year, in my opinion. Yeah. So resolution. And I'll throw macro details into here as well. I thought it was actually it was pretty good. Not the best I've heard, but these are priced, I think, $49. So they're priced, I think, in a really good place. I will compare them with the condensers later on. Just a quick comparison later on. But yeah, for the I think it's pretty good. They've used a decent DD. Well, it's tuned. They've used decent parts. Is probably the best way to say it. Yeah, so isolation. These are kind of like custom like shape, which I think helps. So they do isolate very well considering it's a DD. I know there's a little hole there, just a bit of seeing in the light, but yeah, not too bad at all. So far so good really. So stage, I thought it was okay. I would want a bit more, a little bit more extension. It sounds bigger than the condensers off the bat, but they are cheaper. But yeah, on the whole, it's fine, and imaging was actually okay. On the whole, these are not a bad set, and as you can probably tell. And yeah, so sound, to keep it kind of short, overlay the graph now. And yeah, so bass, elevated. These are as probably as bass as you want. I do like electronic music, typically, and it does have enough elevation for that, and there's a little bit of bleed in the lower, from the lower mid range. I like that. These suit me well for electronic. They seem to be quite versatile with its tuning. I think some people may want even more bass, but I'm actually quite happy with what it does. Sub bass doesn't really roll off much either. So yeah, these are quite a good set, to be honest, for what I like. I'm quite glad they've added enough low end. Well, but a little bit more than enough low end, but yeah, it's okay. Decay seems good. It seems a good DD that they've used for the tuning. And yeah, so straight into the mid range, quite clean again, really. I do like that the upper part is gradual instead of like a cliff. And yeah, same for the lower mid range. I'd say it's very slightly recessed. I mean, a touch, but yeah, good enough bleed into the lower mid range into the bass to give enough body, shall we say? But yeah, not a bad set at all. So treble, is you can see they are elevated at the presence region, the lower part, which is fine. I'm quite glad they didn't go any more than that, because it can get fatiguing. It can sound like it has like a glare to it. It sounds kind of artificial when you boost too much. I'm quite glad they've gone as much as that. And the treble, I think past 6k to like 8 is a bit more than the condensers as well. I've done so it does extend a bit more. I'm quite glad they didn't go any more than this. To be picky, you probably might want a bit more past 10, but I'm glad they've capped it at that. It's probably the best way to describe it. Instrument separation as well seems fine. Everything sounds realistic with its hit. It's very clear. You could probably kind of call it a bit of a V-ish. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Treble is solid. Like I said, I'm quite glad they didn't go any more. Or they didn't do any kind of, or less in a way. It's quite a balanced set. I think it's a versatile set from what I've tried. I tried it with some bunch of electronic music, EDM, trance, a bit of techno, pop music, a little bit of rock. It's not my kind of thing. Some symphonic metal, and some other stuff, and it seems fine. Again, I did try this in my topping gear, the DX1 and my E30 L30 combo, and it's fine. So conclusion, do I recommend these? Yes, they are quite a balanced set overall. I'm glad they didn't go any more with the treble. It's probably the best way to describe it. I didn't really notice any sibilance. Overall, they do a good job of everything in, I think. Good build, the cable's good, there's enough tips, good comfort, and it's a secure fit as well. Easy to power. Tuning should suit most people. To be picky, it may be a touch bright for some people in treble. For people who like darker sets, shall we say. But apart from that, I think it does a good job. It's got a little bit more treble than the condenser, where that rolls off. This doesn't roll off like that. This is, I think, $15 more, and it's probably worth that. And yeah, it might even be a better set than the T3 Plus from 12 months ago. So yeah, I'll probably end it there. If you want to know anything particular, let me know in the comments as per usual. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next video.